I'm Dr. Sandra Fingal, and I'm happy to be able to share with you some of the experiences of my students being engaged with technology in the classroom. You're going to see the students collaborating, working with mind mapping tools and concept mapping. You'll also see live polling and assessments being done on the learner management system, Edmodo. According to the research, play and imitation are very important core strategies for cognitive development. This was identified by Piaget as early as 1951. It's critical to have formative feedback as a part of the learning, and game design should be based on the principles of theories for learning. And unfortunately, there's not enough research, significant experimental research, to have an understanding of the impact of gaming on the learning environment and actual learning. Learning is at its best when it's active, when it's goal-oriented. It's got to be contextualized, interactive, and provide ongoing feedback to the learners. And there's got to be something to grab the learner's attention and take into account that learners have many different levels. Therefore, the gaming must be able to adapt to the learner's actual level. So these are the important things that have been identified in the research. But now let's just take a look and see how all of this plays out in the classroom.
What? Yeah. Wait, I should stop. Oh, that's secondary coach. Secondary. Because I know it. If you get it wrong, just okay, no. Who got that? Oh, I see the wall.
Sometimes called, there's six of them: red orange, yellow orange, green, blue green, blue violet, secondary colors are orange, green, and violet. Monochromatic harmony uses two or more tones of one color. So in your design,
Start answer.
Click on the inside. Click the empty square.
Right here.
Next to the A, yes. And click that empty square above the arrow.
Right here.
Yep. Choose code.
Choose any color I want.
Any code.
I like black, so I'll go black. Favorite color. That's good, right?
That's good. You can go and change any. Okay, click on the middle square circle.
Right here.
Yes. Double click the words.
Oh, double click the words.
Click it. Click it.
Highlight it. Click the ASF.
Right here.
Yes. Go up to the just a second. Click the black. You can change the color of the words.
Okay, I want you that thing. Oh no, I mean it's already black. Okay, I choose this kind of like what kind of colors?
And you can change the background of the circle too.
Okay, black, right?
Yeah.
Like the same way.
Same way.
Oh, that's neat. Do you see that? It's neat. Do the same thing like that one. My favorite color, you know.
I almost got the song.
Over here filming people.
Oh.
Snap.
We don't want.
Blue, green, and violet.
I got it. Hold up.
Cool colors.
Yep.
So we're down to 1 to 1.
You got to have that.
Okay. So I'm out.
Okay, hold on.
Black, white, gray.
I'm out.
And we're done.
Hold up, me.
Let's take a look at how we can engage students using Edmodo. Interestingly enough, Edmodo is a tool that is used over the world with over 15 million users. It's platform independent, and we can use it with one single point of logging in, Office 365, which is great for us because our kids will all have an active account in Office 365. So it's mobile. Students get to use it on their cell phones. It has the opportunity to allow students to collaborate. We can use quizzes and polls. We can differentiate the instruction and put the students into small groups, monitor their progress, and have access to the data. So let's take a look at how that looks. We've created this group here called Personalized Learning, and I have two small groups in there, Lions and Tigers. So the Lions group, these are where we would house our students who are the higher achieving students. And we can place assignments here for them, such as this one, Challenger. And when we take a look at who are the members of this group, you can see that we have two teachers, a co-teacher, Mrs. Mitchell, and you have me, and then here's our high achieving student. So when we go into the Tigers group, what's interesting is here we have 3 members, and these members are students who need to have specialized attention for the assignments. They need scaffolding. These are our students who are more on the low achieving end. What's good about this here as we create these small groups is the members do not know the assignments that they're receiving. For example, the Tigers, these, remember, are our low achievers. So here we have an assignment for them, tiger habitat. So this is only visible to the students who are in this group. So the high achieving students in Lions, they have no clue as to what assignments are being given to students in this Tigers group. So this way we get to differentiate the instruction. We can add quizzes and have the software grade it for us. We can do polls. We can take a snapshot of where the members of the class are at any given time. But the beauty of this is we get to actually take a look at the data and see where the students are and how they're doing and what are the areas where they're struggling most. So now you've had an opportunity to visit my classroom, and as you see, when we use technology, the students are really engaged, and some of the difficult students, they get the opportunity to demonstrate that they want to be involved and they do participate. A safe environment is created where students can support each other. There's great collaboration that takes place and the opportunities for peer teaching or tutoring. Students are very comfortable with the technology that we're using. The test scores, when you look at them, you can see that when we took the first test and we took the second test, the thing that went in between was the using of the technology, and the average scores went up from 62 on the first test to 69 on the second test. So the technology really is very effective in my classroom. when you think about this comment, it's really, really important. When an advantaged student disengages from learning, they get the opportunity to redo and have a second chance. But when you take a disadvantaged student and when they disengage, they're much more likely to face things like unemployment and poor health. And if they're already living in poverty, they face the future of continued poverty, and they become involved in the criminal justice system. So this information comes from the National Research Council in 2004, and it's for these reasons that as educators, I believe we have got to do everything within our power to keep our students engaged. And if it's technology that will engage them, then we have to infuse technology in the classrooms. Because if we don't, it becomes not just a problem for the students, but it becomes a problem for society at large, and they will be saddled and burdened with the outcome. I thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video.